fucking up. Yeah, dude. So, let's get into it. Here today on Rocket Rose.
He's wild, bro.
So,
you already know it's more bliss on him.
We already know it's more bliss on him. Tell him what's happening there.
Oh, today what we talking about? We talking about, spells, different type of spells you can cast, and the different type of rituals and stuff you can do to just better your life and just bring more. What was the word we were using?
Prosperity.
Not profit, but prosperity into your life.
Let me read what prosperity was. It was on page 19, which equals 10, which really equals 1. And it's in the book, it's in the chapter called Magic 101. Okay? Which is 11 with a portal in it, as my bro illustriously said earlier. Tell him who you is, bro. You ain't even say no. You ain't even introduce yourself. Or should I?
Hey, you can introduce me, bro. It's an honor.
Speaking with me at the moment is one of the most profound thinkers literally alive at the moment. His name is Ja Bliss Zulu El Bay. You feel me? He is the founder of After Real Truth clothing movement, not just a brand. And he is what? Avid activist for his community. So that's who I'm speaking to at the moment.
Hey, it's an honor, bro. All that bliss you just put on your boy.
Yeah, super bliss. So we got prosperity right here. Let's talk about some prosperity magic, more dealing with the feet, and we'll get into why we're talking about specifically the feet. I might do a little prosperity EP of all prosperity magic, and you dig? I might actually go in on it, but specifically we talking about foot magic today. So, what's prosperity in this book? That's what it says. Prosperity, a common goal of magic spells. Prosperity doesn't mean that you're granted $1 million and do nothing with the rest of your life. Prosperity indicates that you have enough to fulfill your needs, beyond bare bones needs, enough to feel comfortable and relaxed, even if you're not rich beyond your wildest dreams. Okay? Prosperity doesn't have to mean cash. There are spells for when you specifically need money. However, prosperity indicates a level of material comfort and independence. That's just personally what I'm looking for. Prosperity can always, or has always been considered a reasonable and realistic magical goal. I like realistic. I like reasonable. I like practical. That's what I'm into, is practical magic. I'm a practical magician. I practice practical magic. And that's what we're going to get into today, is practical magic. Because like we're talking about prosperity, and we just saw that prosperity is a reasonable, magic practice. It's part of practical magic. So, the feet, we all have them, unless you get it chopped off because you don't eat well and you develop diabetes. That's not a joke. My grandfather literally had both of his legs chopped off and still died of diabetes. Which is why I go so hard for this motherfucking, health shit. So, let me get this staff in there. You see this caduceus? Check out this caduceus.
No, I haven't seen this.
You gotta see this fucking caduceus, bro. I got the amethyst right on top. I got it with some twine on it. Some natural twine. So it matches the stick. Like, this bull crazy. He got an actual motherfucking king scepter with a motherfucking on the end. It looked like a motherfucking spirit head, but it's
whoa, bro, that's crisp.
Yeah, it is crisp. This shit, it's an amethyst cluster on top, bruh. Don't it look like
with the foxtail?
With the foxtail. With the foxtail, my G.
Why you doing this to him, bro?
I'm doing it to him because they fucking deserve it. They deserve this bullshit. They deserve to see a king where the king look like a king and not a king looking like the Migos. I don't dress like the Migos. I dress like we supposed to be on our fucking indigenous shit. If you have true self-knowledge, we would be looking like our indigenous forefathers. You see it?
True.
Because that's natural. They was in their natural state. They was in their right mind. And what's your right mind? Creativity.
Yes, sir.
Femininity, expansion.
The right hemisphere.
The right hemisphere is the feminine mind, and feminine is where all life comes from. The female of every species ever created. So what is we talking about?
The most abundant, bro. All the energy in the universe, bro. It's the feminine energy, bro.
Yep. So, with that being said, I'm doing it to him for that. So here we go with the foot magic. Me and Ja had already had this convo. We decided to go in on it a little bit farther. Foot, the feet. They're very sacred, very holy. Our feet have so many receptors in them. It's like our feet are their own chakras. They don't even put them in the chakra line when you actually have to do some research in the chakras and actually not follow catchphrases and buzzwords like the rest of the world and like common folks do. You actually have to do some research to learn your feet are chakras. Or you just got to have common sense, either one. The feet are crazy chakras. You walk on the ground and barefoot, you will receive way more information and healing from the earth than you will in your whole life of wearing shoes. I think it's like 30 minutes of standing on bare ground reduces so much inflammation in your bodies, but so much people don't even sit on the bare ground. They always like, they just want to like wear shoes and socks all the time. And that's why niggas in the hood, we getting in the hood magic, ain't we? We getting into the hood. That's why niggas in the hood, what? Be having them feet that look like they be kicking rocks with their shoes off.
Bro, man, you ever had your grandmother tell you, don't go outside with your shoes off, you're bringing bad spirits?
Ooh, nah, but please teach on that.
Bro, I don't feel like you're bringing bad spirits. You know what I'm saying? Walking on the ground barefoot is good for you, bro.
Yeah.
I just felt like they were talking about you be bringing in negative energy into your body since your feet is your foundation. Your feet draw in a lot of energy. You know?
Yes.
So if your feet is drawing in that energy, and you got people around you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's an old Native American thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I don't really...
And who was we? The original man.
Exactly, yeah. But I don't feel that it's a negative thing, though. You know what I'm saying?
No.
To me, I feel like you bringing in earthly energy, bro. Because, like, what's negative energy? You have to think about what's negative and what's positive. You know what I'm saying? You need both. You need both polarities, technically. You know what I'm saying? But to have the negative energy in you from the ground, nah, bro, I don't necessarily think that's it. But if anything, like lightning strikes, something has to be of the negative polarity and something has to be of the positive polarity to attract it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're bringing in negative energy into your body, you got to attract positive energy because opposites attract.
I see. And
you know what I'm saying? So if you look at it like that, then it's not necessarily a bad thing. But our ancestors, they look at certain things in a certain perspective, bro.
Right. And they want to, and you know what? Your grandmother, she's doing the best she can. She might actually tell you some shit to not to scare you, but she might tell you the most farthest left shit so that you know not to play with it. And then as you get older, you will respect it. You'll respect it a little bit better and not play around with no shit. Like, say if she never told you that, you think it's all good for enough, you think it's all Gucci, and you do bring home some bad energy through your feet chakras. And it's not through your feet chakras, it's because your feet represent your path. In magic, we talk about, it's all symbology. We got to stop thinking so spooky and start thinking reality. When we're talking about feet, we're talking about your path. We're talking about your foundation. Everything in magic is symbolism. It's not literal. Never is. And the only people that think it's literal are the people that get spooked out when you say magic, because they don't know any better. You know what I'm saying?
To me, magic is just like the ultimate science, bro.
It's the ultimate science.
But the science, it's just like the science of the gods, though. You know what I'm saying?
Because
if you understand how to work with it, bro, it's gonna bring you to the point where you need to be and beyond.
That's facts. Because science it's the science of symbolism and correlations between all symbolisms. That's why in magic we use colors, we use shapes, we use symbols, we use words, because it correlates. We use alchemical stones, alchemical metals, because they all correlate with each other and they're all symbols of each other. You see what I'm saying? When I'm using a hibiscus leaf for one of my spells, it's not the hibiscus leaf. It's what hibiscus represents. That correlates with something else that represents something else that correlates. It's all representation and symbology. But also, so that's why your grandmother might tell you, hold on, don't do that. So you respect it, and you know as you grow up to really have a consciousness state of that, and you'll learn better with it rather than just taking it for granted and actually doing the wrong thing and leading something back in through your path, which is your feet. Secondly, I want to say, when you said that the positive negative thing, that's so G. That's so G of you to say that, because a lot of people ain't that G. They don't think that positive and negative are both good. They think negative is so bad, but negative just means reception. Positive means giving. Everything that's positive gives off. Your dick is positive, but a vagina is negative because it takes in. Negative takes in.
Exactly.
Negative things
takes in.
Positive things give out. So negative and positive aren't bad. It's just that the connotation is that, oh, you're being negative, you're being down. When in reality, that's a connotative linguistic. It's just something we say, but that's not really what negative means. That's not the denotation. That's what it really means. The denotation and connotation is what we call it, slang. So anywho, on to the chakras of the feet. I'm gonna read this off this site, psychiclibrary.com. Get on it. It says, feet chakras. Show the peeps real quick. Feet chakras. The foot chakras do not have one particular color associated with them. Shades of brown and or dark colors have been associated with them because of their low energetic vibration. Now, I take everything with a grain of salt, especially things that come from, and I'm not going to say they come from Caucasians, but I'm just going to say, like, nigga. Who taught who what? Who brought who out of the Renaissance? Okay, now, I know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about because they learned from us, is all I'm saying. So we're going to keep going. Oh, yeah, and the reason why brown and dark colors are associated with the foot chakras is because when you walk on the ground, you get dirt on your feet. Duh. So brown and dark colors are associated with the foot chakra, because why? You do it right, you're going to get dark brown feet by default. Moving on.
And also the root chakra is connected to the earthly chakra too, though.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's the first chakra. You know what I'm saying?
Is the root. And red is like brown. Red and brown are brothers. You see?
Right, bro. And then you know what I'm saying? You think about your feet connecting to the dirt, that's grounding you. That's actually grounding actually helps multiply your energy, if anything.
Right. So why would they say that?
Because it focuses it.
What they say it's a low energetic vibration, but I don't fucking believe that, and I don't even want to hear that type shit when you're talking about my feet, because I know how powerful. As above, so below. If my crown chakra is so powerful, why my feet so low vibration? You dumb fuck.
Exactly, bro.
So who the fuck is even talking to me right now? But I will take.
And that's the same. You know what? Just to add on to that, bro. Remember when we was talking about Eddie Griffin talking about the pyramids in one of his shows? He was trying to explain to people that what we think is up is down, and what down is up. So the pyramids are actually aimed down.
Woo!
Up is going into the earth.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Duh, because even Africa Africa is upside down the way we know it. It's actually Al-Kibulon, and it's actually the other way around. Because when the Caucasian dude came and conquered Al-Kibulon, he renamed it African after himself. Africa, because his name was Africanus. Yeah. But it was actually Al-Kibulon, which is Arabic, which is Latin, you feel me? Which is ours, you feel me? Which was what it was before it was conquered by Africanus. It was Al-Kibulon, Al meaning God. Now let's keep going. So, as above, so below, your foot chakra is just as powerful as your fucking crown chakra. Don't get it twisted. You got to connect to the earth realm, and the earth realm, that's your mother, that's your God. Earth is God. We are on our mother's body right now. So, it's connecting us to our mother. It's like our umbilical cord. Our feet is our umbilical cord, low key. You feel me?
Yep. To that Mother Earth.
To Mother Earth, right. So, their sound vibrates to a deep bass tone. If we're talking about binaural beats, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's for all my advanced listeners that know binaural beats. You look it up on the internet. Binaural beats are two different tones that put on two different sides of the speakers. One is a little bit lower than the other one, which creates a little orb in the middle of your ears. You put one sound on this side and the lower tone on this side, and it creates a vibration because of the difference in frequencies, and you're listening to them at the same time. That's called a binaural beat, and it balances chakras, and it also helps you focus and achieve different forms of consciousness. It's called binaural beats, B-I-N-U-R-A-L, beats. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about your feet vibrate to a deep bass tone. Keeping it moving.
Yeah.
You got something to say?
I mean, I was just gonna say, you know what I'm saying? All the planets vibrate to their own frequency, but when you listen to the Earth frequency is a natural healer. That's why a lot of natural healers like yourself carry staffs, because things that grow of the earth are of the earth's frequency. So you see a lot of, like, especially in the biblical text, so like how you are right now, you have a staff. Mm-hmm. A lot of the prophets carried staffs because they are of the high vibrational frequency of healing. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Mm. And then when you put the crystals on them, they even heightens the vibration even more, which the crystals are of the earth's frequency as well, because the crystals grow from the earth. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they just add on to that with the binaural beats.
Mm-hmm. Because they all got their own vibration, which is a tone, which is what the binaural beats is. They're just two different tones, slightly different, and you put them both together, and it creates this orb, this vibration. You know what I mean? It's kind of a disharmony, but it works for the better of your body when you listen to it. So anywho, these chakras, foot chakras, relate to your ability to connect with Earth, to stay grounded, and to receive Earth's energy. They help channel energies downwards into Earth and allow Earth's energy to travel upwards through your body. Open foot chakras give you the ability to receive wisdom, to receive guidance, and to facilitate the connection between the earth and your body's rhythms and life force energy. All right, let me say this real quick. I fuck with botany. I fuck with plants, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know that. Okay. Let's not get too deep, because we got beginner listeners, we got advanced listeners. So let's do it like a.
Man, no, bro, no. Nah, let's get deep.
But
we just start off a little slow, then get deep as we get. Cause, hey, bro, believe it or not, bro, they already know this. It's in them. We just reminding them, bro. It's the same thing you say to me all the time.
That's facts. I'm gonna just remind them, as an ascended master, I'm gonna bring it down to a child's level, so even a child can learn.
Exactly, bro.
So let me say this: the life force energy. Like I was just saying, how the open foot chakras give you the ability to facilitate connection between the Earth's bodies and the Earth's and your body's rhythm and life force energy. Life force energy, for anyone that has not really heard that lingo, is not familiar with the lingo. A life force energy is like this. When you get a banana, right? That shit green, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's that banana's life force energy because it was just connected to the tree the other day. It got taken from the tree, which is the source of its life force energy. See, but that banana still got a little bit of life force in it. So that's what's green. As the banana's dying, okay, that life force is depleting out of the banana. That green slowly goes away and it becomes yellow. It becomes ripe to eat, ready to eat. I don't necessarily know the etymology of the word ripe, but we call it ripe. So for layman's terms, we'll say ripe for now. It gets ripe after it goes green because the life force energy of the banana is depleting because it's been disconnected from its life source of energy. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So just like if you get a flower, you take a flower, cut it from the bushes or the fucking ground, put it in a vase or a vase, you put it in a jar of water, and then what? That shit gonna stay nice for a day or three or two or a month or a week, a strong. We call it in our community a strong, or you can call it a week if you're weak. If we keep it in the water for as long as it wants to stay, and then what happens? You'll see that plant start to wither down, but before it withers down, it might blossom even harder. You pick a fucking plant off the fucking tree, put it in water, tell me why that shit go crazy. It start blossoming and shit. Why though? Because you disconnected it from its source of energy, put it in the water, and now all of its life force energy is coming out of it through the way it expresses itself, the buds in the flower, the bud. So when it comes through the flower, the life force energy depletes and it goes nuts and it blossoms and then it dies because now the life force energy is gone. You see? So that's just an example of what life force energy is, and we're talking about getting that from the earth via your feet chakras. Your feet are chakras. Every chakra manifests itself into a physical version. Everything in the spiritual realm on the spiritual side of the veil has to become physical because nothing in existence can exist if it doesn't exist. So what I'm saying is that there's no room in existence for something that don't exist. If you got a chakra, that shit gotta exist on a physical level because we live in a physical realm. You see? We can't just think something. If you just thinking something, it's not real. It's a thought. You see? As soon as you go get a piece of cheese because you're hungry, now that's a physical thing. You got the cheese. You know what I'm saying? Like, your chakras had to manifest themselves. They precipitated. Okay, it's like this. Two sides of the veil. You put cold water in a glass. That glass gets water on the outside just because it's cold on the inside. You got energy on the inside of you as a spirit. So that energy has to do what? Precipitate itself on the outside of the glass via your body. You see? So your whole spirit manifests a body so that it can be here. You got a brain, a third eye. You got a third eye, you need a brain. You got a crown chakra, you need hair. You got a nose, because that's another chakra. You got a throat, because that's a chakra. You got a heart beating in there because that's a chakra. You got a stomach because that's a chakra. You know, you got a dick or a vagina because that's a chakra. It had to become something. It couldn't just be something and nothing be there. Or else it wouldn't be nothing. Moving on. Because your feet are chakras. Nothing is nothing. Various activities such as dancing, walking, rollerblading, all excellent methods keeping yourself grounded to earth because I guess that gets you a nice center of gravity. However, for optimal results, walk or run barefoot. They're even saying this with their stupidity in the first paragraph. We overlooked it though. We corrected it. Walk or run barefoot through the grass, feeling and imagining the earth's energies flowing inwards and outwards through your feet. So there's that. We just told you that the feet are chakras, that we even told you how to open them. Run barefoot, thinking about the energy coming in and out, the give and take, the give and give, because ain't no give and take. You give to the earth and it's given to you. It needs you just as much as you need it. Places like the desert, I feel like people aren't walking barefoot over there. Maybe people aren't doing a lot of things over there. That's why the whole ground is fucked. But imagine when people won't even walk on the ground barefoot no more. The earth want to touch us, boy. Damn. That kind of shit make me want to call my mother real quick. Like, damn, the earth miss us like my mother miss me. You feel me?
It does, bro.
The earth miss us.
And to add to that, bro, let me tell you how we miss the earth. You know, astronauts go through this thing as to where they get homesick. It's not even homesick, it's deeper than that, but that's what they call it. When they off the planet for too long. And you know what they have to do to reverse that effect?
Put their feet
That's why they take plants and shit to space with them, bro.
Okay. I thought you was gonna say they put their feet on some of that fake turf.
Nope. It's deeper than that, bro.
Tell me, go ahead. I'm trying.
I told you, they take plants into outer space, bro, to have that dirt and those plants around them because that's still the earthly frequency. So they have to take some type of earth with them. You know what I'm saying? As we spoke about the umbilical cord, once you leave the planet, it's like severing the umbilical cord. But to take plants and dirt with you is to carry and extend that umbilical cord in a way. You know what I'm saying? It's like having your own embryonic sac with you in a way. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? It's deep. They try to just explain it as science, but it's deeper than science. It's a spiritual connection we have with the earth. Just like a woman, they were trying to see, you know how the Europeans, they trying to get off the planet and shit like that. But what they've been finding out is they can't have babies in space because a large portion of the birthing process is because of Earth. You need gravity.
Shut up.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not joking, bro. How is the semen gonna find the egg without gravity? If there's no gravity, that's like saying when you mess. How can a birds, right, tell where the north and south is if the poles shifted? They're not gonna go in the right direction because it's an electromagnetic thing that they follow. You feel me? So if that's fucked up, they're gonna be fucked up. That's how they migrate. It's the same thing with your semen. Your semen are migrating like salmon up a stream. If they thrown off because they don't know which way to go, where does the semen swim up? And gravity, that's only with gravity they know to swim up into the fallopian tubes. If there is no gravity, how can they know where up is? Every direction is up in space.
That's facts. That's facts. Yo, you fucking crazy, son. Oh my God, you stupid. You stupid. I'm convinced you dumb. You dumb. Why you?
Like my man Forrest Gump said, stupid is what stupid does.
Why you so smart, bro? Why you always be saying the most deepest shit in the fucking world, bro?
Bro, I do the same thing you do, bro.
You just think.
We just be on it, bro. We just on it, bro.
All right, let's go to grounded.com because you're talking about gravity, which technically, I like to get technical, especially when we on camera, we on the record right now, and I can't have nobody thinking I don't know what truth is. You feel me? Or at least you can't think that I don't aspire to know what truth is.
Totally.
So, gravity is a fallacy. The real true saying or phrase that we are meaning is magnetism.
Magnetism. You boy.
You feel me?
And are we not magnetically attuned to the earth?
You feel me? Tuned in. Because The Earth is spinning, which creates the magnetic that keeps us to the ground. So it's called, they call it gravity, but that's a layman's term. It's not exactly that. Specifically, scientifically, it is magnetism. So since we're talking about magnetism, aka gravity, since we're talking about your feet being the source of your energy point and connection, umbilical cord to your mother, which is Earth, and how if you out of space, disconnected to your mother, you can't even get a John pregnant. Like, you can't even, you shooting blanks all the time. You got little floaters. You shooting floaters. You spraying and praying. Nigga spraying and praying. Yo, nigga like, he on that Michael Jackson.
Hit the Michael Jackson. Hit the Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
You a fucking fool, bro.
You on your Michael Jackson shit up in the space because you can't bust, ain't got no magnetism. All right. So that brings me to what? Magnetism, feet, earth, grounding, or they call it earthing. But we know that everything is electric. So what? If we put our feet, screw it back into the source, which is the earth, we call that grounding. Like you ground electrical signals, like you ground your power cords, power cables, like you ground even though the light gets screwed in and it's grounded. Okay? So when you connect anything to power, like you got plugs that got the two prongs, but when it got that last metal rod at the bottom of it, the 3-prong plugs, that's the grounding. You dig?
Bro, it's Doug, bro.
That's Doug.
Bro, if you dig it any deeper, bro, you're going to end up on the other side. You feel me?
Facts. So, all right, here we go. So we're talking about screwing into the earth, grounding, like a light bulb, because we are electric. The earth is electric. And what? It is our source of energy. So like a light bulb, we got to get grounded. You could call it earthing, but just like gravity, that's not the technical term. The technical, specific, scientific, if we're going to get mentally, if we're going to elevate consciously, let's go all the way with it. Even the words you speak. We ain't even gotten into, well, I mean, we getting into foot magic, but like, we ain't even get into the whole shoe thing. We ain't get into rituals yet. We ain't do the rituals. We getting into the science of the magic. All right, here we go. Grounded.com. What is grounding and earthing? All right. And they got European feet, so if anyone thinks this is just from some black dude's mind, no, these are Europeans' words. So this is for everyone. This is for us by them, you see, or no, for y'all by me, or whatever you want to think. It's for everyone. I'm not going to just go look up Dr. Inky or Minister Inky or Sabi real quick. You know what I mean? I'm going to look up everybody's shit. I'm going to give everybody some airplay. So, human beings evolved in connection with the Earth's energy. Damn, that's the first sentence. Human beings evolved with the connection of the Earth's energy. Wow. So we can't even grow without mama. We walked barefoot.
No.
We walked barefoot and we slept in contact with the earth, never realizing that its surface contained limitless natural healing energy. Walking around barefoot is not our main mode of travel any longer. We live indoors so much of the time, and when we do walk or run outside, we wear rubber-soled shoes which prevent our feet from being able to absorb the earth's subtle energy. Rubber is not conductive. Our bodies are. So, here we find ourselves, civilized in a modern world, but disconnected from a primal, powerful source of energy and healing. See, the Earth is basically a 6 sextillion, that's a 6 followed by 21 zeros, metric ton battery. It's a 6 sextillion metric ton battery that is continually being replenished by solar radiation, that's ions and photons, lightning, and heat from its deep down molten core. The natural rhythmic pulsations of energy flowing through and emanating from the Earth's surface keep the biological machinery and global life running in rhythm and balance, and that includes you. Unfortunately, we live like cut flowers. You see how I just said that cut flower shit? You see, Let me go, yo. I just need to hang up.
Keep going. Don't hang up on him, bro.
All right. I'll do it. You said it, I'm gonna keep going, but I was about to hang up, bro. Cause what else I need to... All right, let me go. So, unfortunately, we live like cut flowers, though, detached from the nourishing Earth's energy. Earthing, also known as grounding, better known as grounding, I should say, BKA, grounding, is simply reconnecting to the Earth's healing energies. How do you ground? It's very simple. You've no doubt done it before. Walk barefoot in the grass, sand, dirt, or on concrete. Like your body, these are conductive surfaces, and the Earth's energy flows through them and into your body. Wood, asphalt, vinyl are not conductive. Let me say that again. Wood, asphalt, vinyl are not conductive. But what is? Grass, sand, dirt, or concrete. You dig? You can also connect to the Earth's energy by using simple barefoot substitutes. Barefoot substitutes consist of mats, bands, patches, and sheets that, when connected to the ground port of a grounded home or office outlet with a simple cord, connects to the Earth's energy via the wire of the outlet. So essentially, you can get a piece of turf, take that bitch and run it to the ground outside, and that shit is connecting you to the source, and you can still be in your house. Just take your shoes off and stand on that turf. Just stick the fucking turf out the window, stick a little line of shit out the window, let it touch the ground. Like, that shit crazy. I'm gonna read it again. Barefoot substitutes consist of mats, bands, patches, and sheets that, when connected to the ground port of a grounded home or office outlet with the simple cord, connects you to the Earth's energy via the ground wire of the outlet. You see? Why should you ground? I'm gonna read this last one, I think, and I'm gonna be done. Cause after this is gonna talk about some fucking Caucasian dude that discovered earthing. He discovered earthing, this dickhead. In 1998, this fucking dick. Fuck this guy. All right, so I'm gonna read this last. See, that's why I said that Caucasian shit in the beginning. People think, oh, you racist, oh, you go crazy. No, because I know how these motherfuckers be doing. If I read this whole thing, they're gonna try to say somebody that look like them discovered some motherfucking shit we've been doing since time immemorial. Because shoes just got here. Because we just got shoes, but he just discovered earthing like a dickhead. Get the fuck out of my face. All right. Why should you ground? In recent years, inflammation has come to the forefront of medical attention and has been recognized as the leading trigger of chronic pain in most major health disorders, including cardiovascular disease, diabetes, arthritis, Alzheimer's, and cancer. All roads to chronic disease lead through inflammation, quote unquote, researchers are increasingly saying. Who said that in the first place? Sebi said that. You see how they do us, yo? You see how they do us? It says right here.
But Sebi going off old science, bro. He not going off nothing new, so you already know it's older.
That's facts. And it say right here, all roads to chronic disease lead through inflammation. That's in quotes. And then it says, researchers are increasingly saying. Yeah, because Sebi said it. Sebi proved it. And now y'all motherfuckers is saying it too. Fuck out my face. So, bodies are like fire. I'm sorry. No, that's not what I meant to say. Bodies are on fire. Earthing appears to extinguish the flames through the transfer of negatively charged electrons from the surface of the Earth into the body, where they neutralize positively charged destructive free radicals involved in chronic inflammation. So, okay, to put that in layman's terms, You got inflammation going on. Inflammation. You see with a fire thing where they said the body's on fire. You know I'm in quantum, boy. So as soon as I see or hear, I'm in it. I'm gone. Inflammation. Fire. Your body's on fire. Got you. So there are negatively charged electrons. Electrons are what? What atoms give off. Atoms are putting off electrons. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So they're just the Earth's doing its thing. Electricity. Yo, you should see me. I just look crazy real quick.
And you know it's electrical universe because when planets get close together, what do? Let off electrical discharges, bro.
I see. That's what. Okay, I feel.
That's a whole scientific theory that the universe is electric, bro.
Facts. All right. So here we go. And that's what string theory, all that. And that's why computers and our brain and the universe all look the same. So anyways, here we go. So the Earth is just doing its electric thing, and it's putting off these negatively charged electrons. Our bodies being inflamed, meaning on fire, meaning not fire, technically, if you want to get into it, but you know what I mean. Being on fire, inflamed, we have these positively charged destructive free radicals. See, now we go into that positive shit. Because positive ain't so good when you got all these when it's a destructive free radical causing you chronic inflammation. It's a positively charged free radical. I don't want that. I don't care how positive it is. It's positive because it's giving me cancer. Everything positive is giving. So niggas gonna be, I'm positive. Positive vibes only. Yeah, you got positive free radicals in your body giving your ass cancer positively. You dumb fuck.
Bro, that's why you gotta be positive when you got stuff, bro.
Hello.
To be positive always means to have, you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
Because why? It's a giving, but I don't know. I'd rather be negative that I'm gonna receive.
Yeah, I know. Receive. I mean, that's how we go into when we talk about how you know. To know is negative.
Go ahead, say it. Keep going.
Because to know means no. So you don't know anything.
Facts. And as soon as you know, you start telling people, no, you're wrong.
Yes.
This is right. So, and no is negative, and negative means receiving. So if I'm going to receive my manifestations, I better be negative, shouldn't I?
Yes, sir.
Because how could I be positive? How could I give off something and still receive it? I guess you get what you give, so I could see that. It's a duality to everything. We thinkers out here. We thinkers. I'm not over here telling you one thing. I'm thinking out here. So, let's just get it, man. Let's just get it.
we been getting it, bro. We was just giving it.
We was just giving it. Now let's get negative and get it. All right. Let's say this. You got your feet on you. Now, we just explained how powerful the feet is and how meaningful the feet is and how not only are their feet powerful and meaningful, your body is getting inflammation by the food you're eating, and because we're using artificial lights, eating bad artificial food, and then we wear rubber soles in our feet. So our bodies,
which blocks the energy.
Which blocks the energy because rubber is an insulator of energy. So what we are doing is creating sickness in our body, inflammation that is positively charged free radicals. Okay. That is giving our body, that is destructively giving our body chronic inflammation. As soon as we touch the ground with our feet, the Earth's electricity is already doing its thing, so it's already giving off these negatively charged electrons. So as soon as you get those negatively charged electrons, your body gives the Earth your positively charged free radicals. You're giving the positive, and the negative is the reception from the Earth's. Negative is receiving, positive is giving. So if you got positive free radicals, and the Earth got negative electrons, you're giving your free radicals, your positive giving free radicals, and the Earth is negatively taking yeah, whatever. So it is giving you, well, I guess what? It's taking your free radicals by way of its negatively charged electrons. So to continue, that's why the feet are important, and they are chakras. Your feet are chakras because every chakra is a physical thing. It has to be to exist. Now,
True.
let's go into the rituals because we was talking about the prosperity thing in the beginning. Just bring it full circle. Why did I read that book? Why did I tell you that prosperity was everything I said it was? Why did I tell you that prosperity didn't mean cash, even though there's spells for money? Prosperity indicates a level of material comfort and independence. To be able to fulfill your needs beyond bare bones needs, enough to feel comfortable and relaxed, even if you're not rich beyond your wildest dreams. Because there are foot spells, foot magics. You can do foot magic. Magic on your feet. If you want to dabble in the dark arts, which is when you involve someone else, you can.
Bro, let me tell you some of the most basic foot magic that I've learned. I forgot to tell you about earlier. It was one of the remedies of getting over illnesses.
Go ahead.
And you know, and one of the things the elders in my family would say is you would take your sock and you would cut up an onion, you would put it in your sock and leave it in there overnight.
With your foot, with your foot in it?
Yeah, with your foot in it. You put your foot in the sock. You put your foot in the sock, and with the onion in there, and the onion draws out the impurities from your foot, bro, from the bottom of your feet. And you know, onions are known to purify blood.
Onions are one of the most purifying.
Onions and garlic.
Yeah. Well, garlic.
That's why those are so potent against vampires. If you really think about how they would talk about it.
Yeah. And here's another funny thing about, let's just to segue for a second, we're gonna come back to the feet thing because you were just talking about the onions in the sock and it helps your sicknesses, and that's a spell, a healing spell. But to get into the garlic thing for 2 moments, just for 2, because you know I love knowledge and I love everything about being smart. So you said garlic is a purifier, just like onions. Garlic purifies blood specifically, but garlic is, however, major inflammatory. Sabi said that.
Really?
Oh yeah, Sabi said that we need to X garlic out of our shit because garlic, too much garlic over time, especially, clogs your arteries. It'll clog your arteries, and you will not have passage through your arteries. You actually it's going to kill you. Garlic causes inflammation in your arteries. So anyone saying garlic is so good for you doesn't know true science. Secondly, think about the vampire thing. They say it keeps you away from vampires, but if it's clogging up your arteries, your blood, think about that. They don't want that shit.
Right, because they already got blood problems.
Why would they want somebody that got clogged up arteries and clean blood that they can't even get because your arteries is clogged? Damn. So they're going to bite into you. Your shit all stopped up like a milkshake. I can't eat this motherfucker. He got fucking garlic in his shit. Clogged arteries. I can't even suck the blood out. You feel me? You see?
Mm-hmm.
So, back to the onion thing. Onion is a purification tool just like garlic. Onion in the sock with your foot to heal is crazy. I've never heard that, but that is obviously a healing spell. And that's dope. Now, another foot spell. I told my boy Ja, he never heard this. Put a motherfucking coin in your shoe. Now, everything in magic is symbolic. Sock is a different symbolism than a shoe is. Your feet is different than your shoe or your sock, but they all three go hand in hand. Because I just said 3. Hand in hand in hand. So, we're talking about specifically the shoe. Why? Because your shoes are protective. Socks necessarily don't protect your feet, do they?
No.
Okay. So, if the sock if the shoe's protective, we're talking about a spell that is protected, a protected spell that you're putting over yourself. So you're not just putting it in your sock, you're actually putting it in your shoe on purpose. Because all magic is done with intent and with presence, with conscious thought, with conscious mind, that you know exactly what you're doing and what it's going to do. So putting that in your shoe, because it's a protective thing of your foot, and then your foot represents your path. Your foot represents your connection to the source. And what is magic? Sorcery. I had to stop on that because you know that shit was deep. You know that shit was deep. I had to stop for a second.
Bro, that's some source energy right there, bro.
Yeah, that shit was deep. But it's facts. So, we talking about what? We talking about putting the gold coin. I got a gold coin. I'm about to just show everybody. Let me just show everybody. I got my foot in my sock, right? I mean, my foot in my shoe. I'm literally going to take it off, as you see. Taking my shoe off. So it's no camera magic. What do you see here, everyone? A fucking golden coin. A golden dollar. Now, since that was done in real time, everyone knows that I'm not bullshitting. I always keep a fucking golden coin in my fucking shoe. It's $1. It's an American golden coin dollar. And if you want to go give him even more crazy, you get more specific with your coinage. You could put a penny in there if you are, like me, a copper-toned American, which is what the true Americans is. If you read the dictionary of Merriam-Webster's dictionary from 1928, it'll say American is the various copper-toned people found on the continent of America prior to settlement. So if you have skin that looks like a copper coin, you are an American by definition of the dictionary. I'm just saying. Anyone's American if you're born here, but I'm talking about original, native. Now, copper. And remember what we said about the root chakra and your feet, and how your feet is associated with brown, which is a cousin or a brother of red. And what do they call the Indians? Redskins. But tell me why the Redskins mascot is brown. Okay? Earth. And copper is a mix between red and brown. So moving on.
And what do we say? Red and brown represent the earth, my G.
Red and brown because it's clay, it's dirt. So, and trees, of course. All right. So, we're talking about your feet, and we're talking about the coin you put in your shoe. The coin, more specifically, you can do the copper penny, which would represent your foundation, which would represent your devotion to your lineage ancestrally. And because the copper coin, the penny, is number 1, it represents 1 cent. We're talking about what? We're talking about the beginning of all things. We're talking, and which is the original people. Hello. We're talking about, it's deep. You got to get deep, and it really specifically pertains to you. But I'm just telling you what a witch doctor would say as far as what it would represent. If you ask the witch doctor, like if you ask me. So, copper, coin, the 1 cent, it's original people, the original is, it starts at 1, blah, 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 blah. Foundation, your ancestors, which is your feet, which is what your feet represent. You walking grounded foundation, you walk on who? And what? The foot of your ancestors, the foot of your predecessors, the foot of you walk in your parents' footsteps. See? The apple doesn't fall far from the what? Tree. Trees are what color? Trees are what color? Brown.
Green and brown.
And I was just talking about the copper penny, which is brown. So, and I don't mean to reach for this one, but let me reach real quick. And what does a tree look like standing up? A number 1. The penny. Moving on.
Damn.
Damn.
So you can say that, bro.
You said valid. He gave me a valid with a damn. He stamped it. He stamped that shit. He said, damn. I put my seal on that with a damn. So, you can put a penny in your shoe. I got the golden dollar. Obviously for the same reasons as the number 1. 1 symbolizes the beginning of it. 1 symbolizes all. I mean, well, not like 8 or 0, but I'm saying 1 symbolizes the beginning of all, so it has to be, you count by ones. You can count by twos, but two is just two ones. So what are we talking about? You can count by threes, but three is just three ones. So what the fuck is we talking about? You can count by anything, but anything is just all those ones counted together, and you put a name on that. But it really is just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and you had to group them all together, so you called it 5. So you didn't lose count of the ones, dickhead. So I got a $1 golden coin in my shoe. Gold is the alchemical metal of the sun. My title, my appellation, my title of nobility is Ra, which is the sun. Gold. In my shoe. Number 1, like the tree. And it is a golden American coin. I'm just telling you the science of what I got. Because it's a gold American coin. America was established by the original Americans, which was the Native Americans, who did business with the Europeans and called it the Confederation and called it United States of America because we did business with them, and that's what Thanksgiving is all about. We actually had a treaty. We still have a treaty because it was drafted before the Constitution, and in the Constitution it says all treaties done before the Constitution are always going to be binding to the Confederacy. And we had an Iroquois Confederacy, which was the Native Americans. So the Iroquois Confederacy is where they got the Confederate flag and all that shit from. Articles of Confederation. So we are literally everything, which is why I got that golden American coin, because I'm the true American. And it has the liberty symbol, which means freedom. And what they say, I pledge allegiance to the American flag, United States, you know, like all that, to the republic of which it stands. Like that's us. The republic of which it stands. So it's standing on us. America. And then it has Benjamin Franklin on it, he wrote the Sultan of Morocco the year before the Constitution was drafted. He wrote the Sultan of Morocco and said, hey, can we do business here? Here where? America. Oh, wait, why are you writing us in Morocco? Oh, because America is Morocco. Oh, okay. So he had to write our Sultan to ask if he can do business here, Benjamin Franklin, who also so-called chopped down the cherry tree, which is the Moorish flag. That's a symbol, that's a code word. The cherry tree is a code word for the Moorish flag because it's an all red flag that hangs on a stick. See?
And you know what else is so crazy? Cherries, the chemicals that they have, they actually help feed melanin. I had seen one of the teachers talk about it on.
Fuck out of here, boy.
No, I'm dead serious, bro. These black cherries, they got a chemical in it that feed the melanin. Just like and it helps juice up the pineal gland, just like sunflower seeds. It's the same chemical that's in those.
Yo, you crazy. And to go a little bit deep on the sunflower seeds are good for women. Specifically, pumpkin seeds are best for men. Sunflower seeds are high in estrogen. Pumpkin seeds are high in testosterone, or high in...
and that's why you see, like, bro, where I'm from in the hood, a lot of women eat sunflower seeds a lot.
And watch, and look, bitch-ass niggas eat sunflowers. Not only bitch-ass niggas, because there's some real niggas eating sunflower seeds, but I'm saying, like, you're going to become more effeminate if you eat too much sunflower seeds, because you're going to raise your estrogen levels. Pumpkin seeds have the chemicals and the aminos in them that would stimulate testosterone development. You feel me? So back to the convo. I walk on Benjamin Franklin's fucking face. You see what I'm saying? He was the minister of planning penitentiary. Look that word up, anybody that wants to. It's a legal word that is in the Constitution. That's like, look up minister planning penitentiary, John Adams. Minister Plenipotentiary, Benjamin Franklin. They the ones that signed the treaty to Morocco the year before the Constitution was instilled. Okay? They signed it as ministers plenipotentiary. They're not the founding fathers. We are. So, but that's why I keep his face in my shoe. I will never forget that. And I walk with that confidence. You see? That's magic. Also, it's on a gold coin. Also a number 1. And we know the universe is what? Ones and zeros. That's information. Ones and zeros. One is truth. Zero is get out of here. Moving on. Put it in your right shoe. Shoe representing protection. Your right shoe is for foundation and for solidity. Your left shoe would be for attraction. You put a coin in your right shoe, you're talking about manifesting not just abundance. That's abundance, the ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it. So you put in your right shoe, you can't put it in your right foot. That's a fallacy. You put it in your right shoe, and you get abundance. You get a grounding of support from the earth, monetarily, prosperity. Put it in your left shoe, you get attraction, monetarily, prosperitarily. On a prosperity tip, you get attraction monetarily. So on your left, right is grounding, abundance, solidified, always. It's like saving versus getting it real quick. You trying to save? Like me, that shit in my right foot. You know why? I'm not really focused on attracting it right now. I'm really focused on always having it, knowing that I have it right now and knowing that I'm always going to have it. That's what the right shoe is going to represent when you talk about putting a coin or doing any magic when it comes to the right foot, the right shoe, the right foot. When we're talking about the right foot, we're talking about left brain. You see, what's left brain? Mechanical, masculine.
Masculine.
Masculine is always going to be on some, I don't know, because it's always duality. So I feel like as soon as I'm about to say something, I always see like, but, if you look at it this way, because I always look at things with contrast, even when I talk. So I'm not, if anyone's talking and I say, well, if you think like this, I'm not being a dick. I literally always do that, even to myself. So, but if you think about masculinity, the daddy is the structure. The daddy of a family is like, disciplinary. It's going to make sure that things are always going to be structured. That's kind of like keeping your money, saving, and all that. You think about left, you're female. What is female? Expression, attraction. You see, the left brain is going to be all about getting it. Why? Because females are negative. Their pussy receives. Hello. You feel me?
Truth.
So if we putting shit in our left shoe, we talking about the left brain. When we're talking about receiving, we're talking about negative because females are negative. Females are reception. They have a yoni, which something goes inside. That's what negative things do. They receive. Men have lingams. Men have phalluses, which is a positive, outward, giving energy. And that's what I'm going to liken the right foot to, is like you're always going to have, you keep it, you got it, maybe can give, but that left foot is that female receptive energy. Give me, let me get that. Put it in me, in my hand, if we're talking about money. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Let me hear you say something, bro. I've been going on a rant. Let me hear you say something real quick.
Nah, bro, it's good. I'm listening and I'm learning, bro, because I know what you're saying is right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the yoni is always of a grounded energy. And anytime we talk about grounded energy, we always talk about earth, you know what I'm saying? Which is the natural giver. So, man, everything you're saying is accurate, you know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you teach, bro.
All right.
Hey, no need to interfere when you hear self-explaining, you feel me?
Facts. And I'm just you talking to you, bro, so.
Exactly, bro. So can't stop myself.
Why would you? I won't let you stop you, bro. So yeah, so that's what we got. We got the right foot as far as being grounded in abundance, and we got the left foot, left foot as far as attracting. That's when we're talking about prosperity spells and putting a coin in your shoe. Moving on, because I feel like I spent enough time on the coin in the shoe thing. What about what I said earlier? A spouse that wants their, let's say a woman. I would say a woman would do this before a dude would, because not to get into it, there's some other spells that I would probably do for my woman to keep it G in the relationship before I would do this. So this sounds like more of a female trait, but it is still a spell regardless. Anybody can do this, male or female. Putting your spouse's shoes, for them to come back home every night, you put your spouse's favorite shoes, you bury them in the front yard. Okay? Now, something just came to mind that didn't come to mind earlier, Ja, when I told you this earlier, when we talked about it, when I reminded you this earlier, because you know everything, I'm just reminding you of things that you've forgotten on this journey, from past life to new life to reincarnate. And I don't like the word reincarnate because and then carnage, which is mayhem and destruction. So, but nevertheless, when we're talking about your past life and things you forgot on your way to this life, to ascension, let's say that, I reminded you that you put it in your front yard, but I just thought of this. Why in your front yard, not your backyard? Because usually when things are dead, you bury them in the backyard. But what do you usually bury in the front yard? Plants, things for people to see, things you want to blossom for your family. You usually put, you might have a row of lights. You got to stick them in the ground so that everyone sees you got a path of lights in your yard. You feel me? Usually in the front yard, people put things that they want people to see for the house. It's a manifestation all the time when you do stuff in the front yard. People got gardens in the back. People got popping shit in the back. I mean, you could get an in-ground pool. That's kind of like burying something. You burying a pool in the ground, low-key. But what I'm saying is more specifically, people tend to bury the dead animal in the back, dead body. You feel me? Anything. Pour it out back. Go throw that out back. You see what I'm saying? The back is for the trash. You put your trash out back. You feel me? Magic is all symbolism. I mean, anything anyone ever does, it really has to just make sense to them and be symbolic to them. And that's what true sorcery is. You're connecting to you. You are everything. I'm you, me, we are all. However, we are in this weird hologram where you can think a little bit different than me if you want to. So that's what free will is, and you act on that, and with your full intent, that becomes magic. Now, bury your spouse's shoes or your partner's shoes in the front yard, their favorite shoes, and they will always come back home. Because, like we said, the feet, the magic of the feet, the symbolism of the magi associated with feet is foundation, your home, your wife, your spouse, your partner, foundation. You want to be their rock. You want them to be your rock. Bury their shoes in the front yard, they always going to come back home. The feet also represent your path, your journey. Make sure their journey always leads back home. Bury their favorite shoes in the front yard. And then what did you say earlier? You got to say this because I'm not going to take your idea. Josh said, what happens when you bury something?
Oh, it's planting the seed. You bring it, you know what I'm saying? You plant it so it can grow. You know what I'm saying? And then on your path, you know, if you bury something, it's going to come back to you. So that's like supposed to be like the end of the path. So if somebody leaves out and you bury their shoes, they come back to you. So they're coming back at the end of their day. That's where they're going to end up.
Exactly. No, we don't say exactly in our community. We say totally if it's true. We say exactly. Totally. We say exactly if it's true, but that's just bullshit. Like the government got their boot on our necks. Exactly. But we rising. Totally.
Totally.
And that's
you too funny, bro.
That's magi. I don't play around with my shit. Shit. So, there we go with the foot magi, little spells, and let's keep going. What's up with the whatchamacallit? So since we talking about, whoa, motherfucker. Since we talking about, my stick just hit the altar and shit. So since we talking about shoes, feet, and magic and rituals, let's go into the hood. Let's get into to the hood. You know niggas is from the hood. I don't care how proper I speak. I don't care how articulate I am. You feel me? You can never take Dukeland. You can never take Hilton. You can never take Baltimore away from me. Like, you can never take the Junction. You can never take White Lock from me. Nah. Hell nah. Like, come on, son. Now, when we in the hood, what do? What's the symbol that you in the hood? You go ahead and say it. You know the answer.
We talking again about the shoes on the telephone cords.
We throw our shoes on the telephone poles. Now, a lot of people don't know why we throw our shoes on the telephone poles. I know why we throw our shoes on the telephone poles. I'm from the hood. You see what I'm saying? Like, like, perpetrating ass niggas be like, oh yeah, I mean, you know, no. There's a what do they call it? Science to the madness or whatever. Method to the madness. There's a method to the madness. The reason we throw our shoes on the motherfucking light poles, telephone poles, because that's a spell. Niggas in the hood be so conscious. Niggas in the hood say things like, you salty, when we know that when you get mad, your sodium levels increase in your body, and that's a different type of sweat than when you just sweating or when you working out. You're not putting off the same sodium. You're not so salty. So why niggas in the hood so smart? It's because we are all that there is. We are all consciousness. And to be technical with it, melanin is such a hyperconductive element that we, even in our worst state, will be the smartest people ever. You see, because that connection to source, the ground is brown, bro. If I'm brown, the ground brown, nigga, I'm all that there is. You feel me? Like, if I'm brown, the ground brown, the tree's brown, shit, I could be dumb as rocks and still be smart as a bitch. See? That's melanin. That's why they gotta kill us. That's why they gotta kill us and poison us. And they gotta really not teach us nothing in school. And they gotta make all of our motherfucking idols and role models stupid so that we wanna be stupid too. Like the Migos and shit. Like 2 Chainz, Titty Boy. We want to be them. We don't want to be smart. We don't want to read a book. That shit is boring. That shit, we don't like that. So we are on purpose disconnecting ourselves from our potential. But niggas in the hood still can't stay down because they know things like a protection spell and they know foot magic. They don't even know they know foot magic and they know foot magic. Niggas in the hood is just throwing their shoes up on the fucking on the light poles, on the telephone poles, and they don't know why they doing it. Let me tell you why. The motherfucking telephone poles in the hood usually stretch across. They go. Telephone poles got to go to, you know, the generator or the motherfucking the box, which connects the whole city. You cross that railroad track, you get into the hood. You feel me? You see that shit hanging?
Word.
You see those shoes hanging? You know you in the hood. So you better be careful, motherfucker. That's called a protection spell. We just protected our hood. Because now niggas know where they at. Damn. And what does the feet represent? Your path. And what did I just say? You walked into this. You just stepped into this area. You just traveled in your path and you ended up here. Now be fucking careful because you know where you at. That's a symbol. It's a symbol. It's symbology. That's what magic is. I've been saying it this whole building session with you. Magic is just symbology done with a conscious state of mind. They don't even have to be conscious sometimes. Melanin do it for them. Melanin is like hyper consciousness. Shit. Niggas be dumb, got melanin, you conscious. Like, niggas don't even know why they wearing onks now. They just stopped wearing crosses, started wearing onks. because their melanin is awakened when they see that shit. Niggas is so stupid, they wearing onks and crosses at the same time, not knowing they wearing life and death. They might know that. That's kind of cool if they think about it. But they ain't think about it. Just like they never thought about when they hung their shoes from the joint. And it scares somebody when you walk into the hood and you like, oh, it looks crappy over here. Oh my God, this is a rundown side of town. You better lock your doors. You better keep some mace on you. You gonna try everything because you know you in the hood now once you see the motherfucking shit hanging from the fucking Once you see the hanging from the you know where you at. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you know you So now, that is a type of foot magic that the hood does without even knowing.
Bro, I can't even talk to you, bro. Don't kill me. Yo,
you playing a game,
they
yo. You
bogus, bro. Bro, I'm playing a game and talking, but I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I got turned into a vampire. I don't want to be a vampire, bro.
What you mean?
On the game, I got bit by a vampire, bro. I don't want to be a vampire.
Yo, you said no, bro. Don't kill me. I'm trying to talk to you.
I'm trying not to be a vampire. No. I think I entered the last stages of a vampire. I can't not be a vampire now.
I can't not.
Fuck everybody.
Oh. So remember how we was talking about the garlic earlier, just for a split second?
True.
And you just started saying vampire right now. Now earlier when we was offline, everyone, you need to know, me and Josh talk for hours on end, even when we're not online, and it's always deep as fuck. So much so, we said, damn, we better start going live with this shit, goddamn. So anywho, remember how earlier we said, I was talking about when I'm trying to rap this, when I do the argon pyramid, and I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get the silver. I don't really rock with nothing else but silver. And you was like, I feel you. Now, silver, what we say was that silver is such a magical tool, because we're on this magic right now. Silver is such a magical tool, everybody. Silver is the most protective magic, the most protective element you can use in magic. Why? Because silver represents the moon. Moon represents mother and emotions. Moon represents water. What is it, like 85% of the world and your body is water. Also, it is electric conducive. We're talking about earthing. We're talking about what? Connecting to the earth, grounding, your feet being electric passageways, and the earth being electromagnetic in its first place. So, with that consciousness state, let's say this. Silver is the best metal to use in a talisman because it protects you from every type of spell. They say what? You kill a vampire, you use a silver bullet. And silver talismans protect from every type of magic, except for silver magic. See, silver's so powerful, you can't even protect silver with silver. I said that off the camera to Josh, so if he don't say, "Ooh, damn," it's because he already did it.
Bro, that shit's still mind blowing though. That's some real shit.
That shit's still mind blowing to me every time I think about it. Silver's so protective, you can't even. Silver's so powerful, you can't even protect silver with silver, even though silver's the most powerful protector. That means you got silver, I got silver. We might as well put the shit down and just duke it the fuck out, cause it's a stalemate, my friend. We might as well become buddies. Go ahead and talk this out.
That's real.
I got silver talisman on, you got a silver bullet. Fuck. Well, you can't kill me and I can't protect it. So. It's like, what was I about to say though? So yeah.
Damn, these motherfuckers not trying to listen to reason, bro. I gotta kill everybody.
You better use silver.
Silver and lightning.
Silver and lightning. So here we go. We got the silver shit going. It protects on the talisman. Earthen, when you connect your feet to the ground, that electromagnetic conductivity. You know the word continuity? You ever heard of that word?
Hell yeah. They use it a lot nowadays when it comes to comic books.
I wonder why.
Because it's different timelines, different universes.
Okay. See, like continuity in electric, when we go into, I wouldn't say maintenance, but if we're going into like mechanics. If we're talking about mechanics and we're talking about continuity, we're going to talk about the ability for something to pass electric signals, the concurrentness of an electric signal passing, or the freeness or the ability of something to freely pass electric signals. Continuity is just that. So if I'm talking about my connection with the earth, with mother, we're talking about our continuity. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I just want everybody to think about that, specifically that word, while we talking about electromagnetivity, while we talking about silver, because silver is a highly conductive metal, and we're talking about touching back to the earth, which is magnetic. Your feet giving the negative free radicals to the positive free radicals in your body, letting go and giving them to the earth, which is taking them by way of its negative electrons. Motherfuckers better know. Motherfuckers just need to know, bro.
Yeah, I know, bro.
I'm on some shit like this. If niggas don't know how powerful their feet is, they're the ones that, like, I hope all my followers is taking care of their feet, man. I need everybody to get on their shit. Like, take care of y'all feet, y'all. Because if you got dead calluses in your foot, on your feet,
that stops the energy from flowing too, don't it?
It stops. It's a very big insulator and stoppage and blockage for the energy. And then also the reason being is because it's a damaged chakra. We're talking about getting our chakras aligned. That chakra is obviously damaged if your feet are calloused, if you got dead toenails. Like, this isn't coming for nobody, but like my boy, you know what I mean, my old homie Devin, his shit was like that. Like, my thing is this: how I gotta tell you that? You see what I'm saying? Like I walk around barefoot everywhere. The house, outside. People are looking at me with their fucking face turned up because I walk around barefoot. Like, when I walk around barefoot, I be doing it in the most weirdest places. People be like, ew, dude, you ain't putting no shoes on? And I'll be like, nah, I'm Gucci. They think I'm gonna get sick or something. Nigga, I'm healing at the moment. Like, as we speak. Like, just by your feet being out and breathing, like, damn. That's like being naked. Imagine if we could let our dicks hang or your vagina breathe for a whole day. That's letting that chakra spin, baby. Let that chakra spin. Continuity, right? Let's look it up. It says the unbroken or consistent existence or operation of something over a period of time. So like I said, unbroken or consistent existence. We're talking about energy flowage. Okay? Another thing would be a state of stability. Bang. We're talking about feet. What do you do on your feet? You stand up and be stable, grounded. So what is continuity? A state of stability. And the absence of disruption. Continuity. We're talking about foot magic, everybody, if you're just tuning in. Nextly, what else does it say? A connection or line of development with no sharp breaks. We're talking about your feet connecting to the earth, to mother, your umbilical cord, to your mother. As your soul, you're just a soul, not in a body. Your soul is your body. Your soul needs your body because, like water on the outside of the glass, it's only there because of the water inside the glass is so cold. Your spirit is so cold, it precipitated itself into this other side of the glass, which is this reality, from the spirit realm, which is the inside of the glass. Now, we're talking about a connection or line of development with no breaks. You got your umbilical cord, your feet. You're connecting with no breaks. One more is this. The maintenance of continuous action and self-consistent detail in the various scenes of a movie. All right, we don't care about the movie. But the maintenance of continuous action. So we're talking about always walking on the earth, always keeping your feet bare, always grounding, a constant state of keeping that chakra popping, not chakra blockage. Chakra block. You got chakra blockage. My chakra popping. I'm cosmologic. You fucking catastrophic. Like, fuck out my face.
Bro, you totally cold, bro.
You totally cold, bro. I got chakra. You got chakra blockage. My chakra popping. I'm cosmologic. You catastrophic. You fuck boy.
And you just come off this off the top of your head, bro.
I literally just came off that off the top of my head.
Bro, why you don't, man, you gotta put some more of your music as like a theme song, right, bro?
Dude, I was writing yesterday. Tell me why I wrote 2 songs. I wrote this song about burning witches in the wintertime and it lightened my way home and keeping me warm in the winter. That shit was crazy. And then also I wrote this little rap joint that said, what'd I say? Niggas was like, I said niggas, N-E-G-U-S. Niggas was like, oh yeah. I said, let it settle, then scrape out the resin. All my old hoes think I'm the devil. I think that's a blessing. You won't pass your test if you ain't learn your lessons. I need a new age bitch, one who know what breath is. Hey, whip that cocaine, yeah, that's her breakfast. Molly in the Percocet, I call that a set trip. Yeah, in my city, I'm an urban legend. Yeah, riding with the pounds, travel unmolested. Nigga.
Bro, you cold, bro.
I'm gonna call that joint.
Putting your, hey, at the end of your videos, you need to be putting some of your songs on there, bro.
Damn, you right though. Nigga, I'm gonna call that song The Right to Travel. Like all them sovereign dudes be talking about the right to travel.
Hell yeah.
Traveling unmolested on the highways and shit. And then I was like, I won't put my hands on no cop car, but don't let me stop, y'all. Came through stunting in this bitch. Then I drop jaws. Your whole team was stunting on my click, so I dropped jaws. Shorty came through, then she dropped draws. Like, what? No, I'm just kidding. Nigga, you suck.
Nah.
Stop. Boo this man.
That's what happens when you're a profound, bro.
Boo this man.
No, you realize, bro.
Boo.
Don't boo yourself, bro. How you boo a legend?
How you boo a legend?
I know how. Same way they used to so-called boo Michael Jordan back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Same way they boo Ye today, just like they booed Jordan back in the day. Damn, that's a lyric. Damn, you just helped me get that lyric. Same way they boo
Ain't
Ye
the
today.
first.
Same way they boo Ye today, they booed MJ back in the day, bro. They booed MJ, just like they boo Ye. So, back on the foot magic. Sorry, everyone. Foot track magic. In the hoodoo tradition, let me tell everyone real quick what the difference between hoodoo and voodoo is. Do you know my good friend, my brother, my reflection, myself? Do you know what hoodoo and the difference between voodoo and hoodoo is? Ja?
Nah, explain it to him.
All right. Hoodoo is tradition passed down through family, tradition passed down maybe just by association. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be taught, but it could just be tradition. It could also be like learned behavior, and you just start doing it, and it's not necessarily a tradition, but it's like, oh well, my mother always did this, so you know what I'm saying. It's not a tradition. It's just I picked it up, and I just kind of took that on. That's hoodoo. Christmas is hoodoo. You feel me? Yeah, it is. It's a tradition. Hoodoo is a tradition though, because it's taught and it's passed down. It's not necessarily voodoo, because voodoo is you have to be initiated. You have to learn. You have to go through schools of thought, of training, and you get initiated into voodoo. You see? Hoodoo, there's no initiations. There's no class for hoodoo. There's no, you don't gotta go to nothing. You learn it. It's a mental thing. It's a mentality. It's a learned tradition or something of that sort. You see? So here we go. One of the distinguishing characteristics of African-derived spells in African-American hoodoo is the widespread belief in foot track magic. I guess this is going to go into what you was talking about. A grandmother would say, don't go outside barefoot or else you're going to bring bad energy or bad spirits or whatever into the house. So let's think about that. Let's go into that real quick. It say, the widespread belief in foot track magic, a form of evil work in which a magical potion enters the victim through their feet, his or her feet, causing unnatural illnesses. So I guess this whole building session we talked about good ways to do foot magic. We talked about putting a coin in your shoe. We talked about which shoe to do it on. We talked about the difference between each foot. So if you want to rub some oil on your feet, now that you know what the feet symbolizes in magic, and now you'll look at what the certain oil symbolizes. If you can put some prosperity oil on your feet, put them in the sock, put them in your shoe. That's a whole spell if you're conscious. But let's talk about some bad magic, evil shit, some dark magic. And remember, this is hoodoo because it's taught, it's a tradition, it's learned, it's not really initiation derived. Many victims of foot track magic complain of a persistent bad luck that lasts for years. They complain of mental disturbances such as a wandering mind or the inability to gain a control of money or love. A significant number also describe their affection as being accompanied by swollen or painful legs or feet, a staggering gait. I don't really know what G-A-I-T is, gait. A staggering gait, maybe it's a walk, or being forced to crawl instead of walk. God damn. That's why you need to do some protection spells on your ass. Probably on your feet, goddamn.
True. That's your core. That's your foundation.
That's your foundation. Now, how do you protect your core and your foundation? How would you know if somebody's going to do that shit on you? You stay conscious at all fucking times so that no one ever tries no dumb shit on your ass. You feel me?
True.
We call that in the hood TTG. I'm trained to go. TTG certified, bitch. All right. So here we go. I'm sorry for cursing all the time, y'all. Not really. So their symptoms most often correspond with what modern medicine would call edema or diabetic neuropathy. All right, let me stop. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna stop at the end of the sentence. Their symptoms would most often correspond to what modern medicine would call edema, or diabetic neuropathy, with a smaller number resembling polio, goddamn, or sciatica, okay? Except that in general, people who have been hurt, quote unquote, or quote unquote, poisoned through the feet, cannot be cured by conventional doctors and eventually do consult a root worker. That would be me or Ja, the dude I'm on the phone with, if anyone doesn't know. His name is Ja.
Mister.
Yeah, Bliss. So you would have to consult a root worker because conventional doctors won't be able to help. You would have to consult a root worker, a gypsy woman, or a conjure doctor who succeeds in taking off the spell and restoring their physical health and mental well-being. So before we keep going, because it's a lot and it's dope. This is really dope. This is a really dope, whatchamacallit. This is a really dope fucking segment right here on luckymojo.com on foot track magic. So let me say this what I thought while I was reading. My grandfather got both his legs chopped off from diabetes and still died of diabetes. Now, my dilemma, people want to go after the white man. People go after the dumbest shit. I'm going after my people. I never go at white people's necks. I don't even call them white. I don't go after Caucasians' necks. I don't. I go after our people. You know why? Because our people are stupid. They don't eat right and they don't read no books. They don't walk on the ground barefoot. They don't do nothing that they supposed to do. So why would I be mad at somebody that ain't us? We the ones destroying ourselves. The fuck? I'm not like that, man. Don't nobody control you but you. You feel me? So, moving on. What? My grandfather had one of his legs cut off from diabetes because he didn't want to eat right. And then he had to get the other one chopped off because he still didn't eat right. And then when he still didn't eat right, he died. So, with that being said, reason I said that is because when you get that foot track magic, if somebody poisons you through the foot or something, you could get edema, or what's called, I guess, it says edema or diabetic neuropathy. Neuro is what? Your brain. See? Pathy is what? When you give something to something. It's like a transference, like telepathy. I'm telepathing. It's a path of my telepathy. You see what I'm saying? Of my mind. Tele signals, or empathy. I'm feeling and giving. You're giving me your feelings, sharing it. So we're talking about diabetic neuropathy. Neuro, my brain, giving information to my foot. You see what I'm saying? So I wanted everybody to really understand what neuropathy was. That's brain signals. Neuropathy, path. So diabetic neuropathy, meaning when you got diabetes, your neuro shit ain't getting passed to where it's supposed to go. Shit gotta get cut off. So, and another thing I was thinking though, you still here with me, Ja?
Yes, sir.
Another thing I was thinking is, did you know that Bob Marley supposedly was poisoned in the foot?
No.
Yeah, man.
Not at all.
How'd you think he died? Because there's a few rumors. A lot when I heard when he.
I thought they got Bob Marley. Like they got Harold Washington.
What you mean? I'm not hip.
They put something in his coffee and made him seem like he had a heart attack.
Oh, nah. Bob Marley. See, when I was young, before I had locks, before I was even into any of my roots, like I grew up on rock, I grew up on hip hop, but when I was like hanging with the white boys, like they put me on rock and shit, I was not into no Bob Marley, like never in my life. Like, Baltimore niggas is not on no Bob Marley. Like, maybe now, I guess, but nah. Growing up, it was like Big Timers and fucking, you know what I'm saying, Juvenile and all them, the Hot Boys. Like, we were not into no fucking Bob Marley.
The block is hot. The block is hot.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
I used to hate those guys, bro.
Nigga, that's that Baltimore shit. They just like ratchet shit. Like, the most ratchet shit, we fuck with it. You feel me? So, what I'm saying is, what was I say? I was told that Bob Marley, either he got brain cancer because his dreads was so thick and like he got something bit him in his head, like a spider or something. Like, they say he had like a nest of something in his hair. Like, maybe a spider got in there and then he didn't get to it in time and it bit him and he got sick. Or some type of, pest was in his hair and he got sick, right? Poisoned him. It bit him and he got poisoned. Venomous. It was venomous. Now, we are finding out that Bob Marley's peoples say he himself felt like he was poisoned by Foot. Reason being, he got a new pair of shoes in the mail. He put them bitches on, and it was a sharp prick in the bottom of it when he put it on, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a needle infected with cancer, with a cancer virus, or with a virus that would, because I like to be smart and specific. I know that you cannot prick someone with cancer. What you do is you prick someone with a virus that would affect their red blood cells and their white blood cells, which would then give their white blood cells the over against the red blood cells, which is what cancer is. So that's what it did. It just fucked his whole red blood cell count to shit, and he developed cancer traits, and he just developed full-up cancer. That's why Bob Marley's last pics, he had like no hair and shit, because he was cancerous. And then they want to say, oh, well, he didn't go to the hospital because he's Rasta, and they didn't let him go because he's part of a cult. But then again, we know now that doctors is full of shit, and he was trying something else, like holistic. He just didn't make it all the way. But it's okay. It's his journey. So what I'm saying is, Bob Marley, as rumor has it, was poisoned by the Foot, bruh. You feel me? So that's that foot track magic right here. You dig? Just some food for thought.
That's some real shit.
Just some food for thought, bro. So Bob Marley was he was poisoned through the foot, all that. See a gypsy woman, see a root worker, consult a root worker, gypsy woman, or conjure doctor. Alright. Most foot track spells fall into two general categories. The first group, which I call direct foot track magic, some sort of mess, powders, roots, stones, chalk marks, and buried bottle spells, is put down in a pattern or line or cross mark or quincux, okay? Quin being five-pointed something. You feel me? Like the five-pointed star. And you know me, the five god. So an array so that the victim will walk over it and be hurt or poisoned through the feet. You walking with me right now, bro? You listen? You hear me?
Bro, I'm right here with you, bro. I'm listening to you, bro.
This shit crazy as a motherfucking bitch, bro. This shit just told me that direct foot magic comes from some sort of mess. Powders, roots, stones, chalk marks, buried bottles put down in a pattern or a line or a cross mark or quincux or an array so that the victim will walk over it and be hurt or poisoned through the fucking feet just by walking over it, bro. That shows you that there's some powerful manifestors out there, and if you're not more powerful in yourself, knowing that you are everyone and everyone is you, so how could you hurt you unless you let you hurt you? You see?
Exactly, bro.
And then if you really get into it, you could really just hurt them. Oh, you tried something on me? Well, I'm you, bitch. Go die. You try to kill me? Well, I'm you. You just killed yourself. I'm going to stay alive. Like, so.
That's real.
Yeah, because I'm you, you, me. If I'm you and you, me, and you killed me and I'm you, then you just killed your fucking self, and I'm going to stay alive. Right. Because you're me, dumb fuck.
When you see in that Kendrick line, though, but he who was in front of the gun lasts forever.
Wow. Damn. Remember, yeah, when we got on that was deep as a bitch, bro. We have to go build on that another day again, because that's one of the most profound shits we ever... Dude, I can't even say that. We had profound shits, but that was some profound shit. So, it's talking about... I believe that direct foot track magic is the oldest form of laying down tricks and the most African. How could this... I don't know what the hell that even means. The most African? Is the most African form of laying down tricks. This form of foot track spell, often called crossing or putting something down, is more likely to produce severe health problems than it is to affect the victim's fortune, money, or luck. See, this is when you want to get them sick. You put the shit on the ground in the little pattern, make sure they walk over it. You got your yeah with your yeah. You put your intent in it, like yeah, and then it is what it is. So be it. The second category, which we call sympathetic foot track magic, a person's footprints, socks or shoes, toenails, or foot skin. Read that again. Sympathetic foot track magic, is a person's footprints, socks, shoes, toenails, or foot skin captured and then doctored in some way, usually with powders, to work a trick on the victim, such as removing them from town, jinxing them, bringing them under the control in love or money matters, or giving them an unnatural illness. See, this one is more towards doing something to the person, not necessarily them getting sick. See, when I said about the shoes, you remember what I said about the shoes? It said right here, the secondary category is sympathetic foot magic. You grab the shoes and you doctor them in some way. It said usually with powders, but I ain't talking about no powder. I'm talking about getting them motherfuckers' favorite shoes and burying them shits in the front yard. He gonna come back every night. Gotcha. Like, I got the shorties out there. You wanna know how to get your man? I got more spells than that. I know the underwear spells and all that, bro. Like, it's
underwear spells.
All right, I'm gonna drop it real quick, just real quick. There's mad underwear spells. There's bad ones. There's good ones. Like, you can keep if your spouse go fuck around, you can make their asses burn. Like, you can make their shit burn. Put some cayenne in their shit, right?
Bro, that don't sound like no spell, bro. That sounds like a horrible prank. That sounds like...
Nah. You don't give it to them to wear it. You take their underwear and you put cayenne in it. They're not gonna wear the cayenne underwear. You got it. It's your symbol. See, it's your offering. You get their underwear. You put some cayenne in that shit. You probably would rub some oil on it, any type of oil, like either love oil or attraction oil, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might do some Florida water. You know what I'm saying? Florida water would probably be a good one. With that cayenne in that junk, with their name, you write their name on the junk. And specifically, depending on what you spell, don't cheat on me. 5 times. Write their name 5 times. Put that in the underwear with the cayenne sprinkle, with the dab of the oil or the Florida water or whatever. They cheat on you, they ass is burning. They ass gonna get. They might not come catch something, but I'm saying their shit's gonna be burning. They're gonna be freaking the fuck out. Dead ass. Or you can put a love spell on your people's shits and make them always get aroused while they're gone. You get your spouse's underwear, and it's essentially the same thing. Put some oil in there, some love oil, some Florida water. See what I'm saying? Rose oil. You put that shit in there. I might put some cinnamon or some sugar in that junk. Sprinkle. Write their name on it. You know what I'm saying? 5, 6 times. Probably 7. 5 or 7 I would do personally. And then it's like, what you want. Write that junk 5, 7 times. Like, total arousement, total excitement. Like, I would write some shit like that. Like, always think of me. Always think of me, always think of me, always think of me, always think of me. My nigga, she gonna be, can't wait to come home. She gonna be sitting at the desk busting orgasms while she at work. Like, oh, shit, what the fuck is going on? Like, she gonna be going home texting you like, is you fucking performing tantric on me from the house right now? You got a button that is connected to you playing a voodoo doll on my pussy? Like, yes, got you. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about foot magic right now. I just wanted to get into it. This my dad. Yo. Bliss. You there? Hey, yo.
Bliss. My bad, bro. My call dropped.
It's all G. I didn't even know what happened. I was like...
I figured it. Because I got the video running while I'm on here, too, with you, so...
Uh-huh. Yo.
That's too funny.
Yeah, but that shit is crazy, that underwear magic.
Yeah, that underwear magic is stupid dumb. Golly. They'll burn. Like, jeez.
He said, jeez, they are gonna burn. They gonna
shit, they
fly.
ain't no choice but to burn, bro.
That's crazy, though, because I was talking about the shoe thing, and they got that shoe shit right here. They literally is talking about it. Like, yeah. Like, all right. What else? So, yeah, you could work a trick on a victim, such as removing them from town, jinxing them, bringing them under the control and love or money matters, or giving them unnatural illnesses.
Who wants to do that one?
Huh?
So who wants to do that one? You gotta understand, in doing any of it, you putting your energy into it. And if you doing something to somebody, you gotta understand how karma gonna work on you. You know what I'm saying?
Speak on it.
Like, bro, if you're doing this to other people with ill intent, bro, it's gonna come back on you.
Facts.
That's why people gotta be conscious of what they're doing.
Facts.
Any last one of these, especially if the person's more powerful than you, it can easily backfire.
Easily. I tell everybody all the time, don't you ever try to put no spell on me. You crazy. That's the dumbest thing you would ever do to yourself. Like, my shit's so covered.
Hard.
My mother, like, I'm so covered. I'm covered by people I don't even fuck with. I got people I don't even like praying for me and keeping my fucking my motherfucking, you know what I mean? I'm Gucci.
But people just gotta understand that first and foremost before you try to dive into it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people won't understand. Because you know what I'm saying? The first thing anybody gonna think about is how to use things for greed.
Facts.
You gotta step outside of that.
That's where I was going with earlier when we was talking about proclaiming, and you was like, bop, the bank account, and I was like, hold up. You see, because the first thing everybody ever think about with anything is greed or how to get the bread. And I was like, wait. That's some byproduct shit. The real true shit is the fact that we lost a war, and this is the way we start combating the ancestral.
How you win it back?
Yeah, the peonage that's been going on. So, you feel me? All right. So real quick, let's talk about this. Since we talking about this foot magic, and this right here is talking about one old style way to cross someone. you know about crossing people.
Mm-hmm.
It says when it comes to direct foot spells, one of the most African methods. I hate when they say that. They keep saying that. One of the most African methods. What this is the
Well,
most.
they just don't say the original method.
Why don't they just say the original method? Oh, because it was over there in Africa. But like
To say original is what? The origin of all. That's why. And they not gonna proclaim that, bro.
Right. They're not. Even though they're gonna tell us in another breath that all humanity comes from Africa. Anywho, moving on. So, when it comes to direct foot magic or foot spells, foot track spells, one of the most African methods or original methods, hence the oldest. Oh, it just said, and hence the oldest. Consists of laying out cross marks, such as a circle with an X, or 3 rows of wavy snake lines. So these can be drawn with chalk or sprinkled with powder in the path of the victim. Such patterns may be activated by spitting in them. Oh yeah, and you want to know another thing? If a cross-eyed person walks past you, they say you're supposed to
cross you.
Yeah, if a cross-eyed person crosses you, you're supposed to spit, right? Reason.
I heard. You know what's so funny? You say that, bro. I heard the same thing. If somebody sweep your feet, you're supposed to spit on the broom.
That's crazy. We got to look into what spitting is, because when a cross-eyed person crosses your path, when you spit, it's not to disrespect them, it's to say that they cursed you and you're getting it out of you. It's like an exorcism, real quick exorcism.
Almost like a rebuking, you know what I'm saying? You rebuke it to be.
Exactly. Like you ate it and then you just spit it up real quick. Like I got it.
Reject it.
Yeah, I rejected it instantly. So, and like everything is just a symbol. So, and when they say a cross-eyed woman crosses your path as a man, don't spit. That's actually good luck. But if a cross-eyed man passes you, yeah.
So it's vice versa, depending on your gender.
Yes.
But what if you're transgender?
Then you're an idiot.
I was just messing with you, bro.
No, that's fucked up. You're not an idiot. You're different. You're just different.
Bro, it's too funny, bro. I told you that dude got on me on the internet.
Yeah.
Some transgenders are being murdered. I'm like, bro, them is still men. They better fight for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I get attacked every day as a man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with transgender people getting murdered. It's got something to do with people getting murdered in general, bro. People always trying to make it about transgender.
Right.
Like, dang, bro. Like, bro, I don't even know how they be going hard with the transgender stuff. If we let everybody in the world just be transgender, where would the world be at, bro? There would be no babies being made. Human civilization would just stop.
I don't know. Maybe they would be some chicks that want to be dudes, fucking dudes that want to be chicks. So if everyone was transgender,
yeah, but who will have the baby though?
It would obviously be the one with the fucking you know what I'm saying, uterus, whether he's a man or a girl identified as.
You can't say a man or a girl, you have to say it.
Right, exactly. No matter what it is, if it has a uterus, it would be the one carrying the baby, whether it identifies as a man or a woman. Now, back to the cross. Crossing spells. All right, you still there with me?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. This can be done with chalk, sprinkled powder, blah, blah, blah. Spitting. Okay. Such patterns may be activated when you do the X with a circle around it and put it in your victim's way. You activate it by spitting in the circle as you curse the one from who they are laid. If innocent people walk over the mark, some folks will tell you that they should remain unaffected because it wasn't put down for them. But almost as people will say that anyone who walks across such a mess gets crossed. And this is the cause of cross conditions when one has no enemy. Damn. So, okay, here's that. So, one old style way to cross someone is to mix gum arabic, unravel bits of hemp rope, and sulfur powder and strew it up in their path. This mess will stick to their shoe and work on them for a long time. Damn, motherfuckers is grimy out here. They putting gum in their magic. Make it stay on your ass. Shit, I'm gonna be careful for some gum on my shoe. I'm getting that shit off immediately. It says, a shed snake placed in an enemy's path, especially if filled with killing powder, like graveyard dirt. Damn! You just learned what killing powder is, graveyard dirt. It is also said to intend sure death to anyone who steps on it. So we could just fill up a empty snake skin with graveyard dirt and kill them all. That's crazy. Another traditional method of working foot track magic is to lay out stones in a quincunx pattern or artificial crossroads, sometimes with the button belonging to the victim in the center. Regional names for this type of snare include a line or cross marks. The effects of being tricked in this manner were quite eloquently described in the Mississippi blues singer Robert Johnson's song "Stones in My Pathway." You ready to hear these lyrics?
Mm-hmm.
Written on June 19th, 1938. Now this is one of the motherfucking king of blues, Robert Johnson. All right, he the one that literally so-called sold his soul to the devil. He the one that started all that shit. You feel me? He the one that went down to the crossroads. And what are we talking about right now? The crossing somebody and putting an X with a circle around it and being hexed. He the one that said he went down to the crossroads, sold his soul to the devil, and got the ability to play the guitar and sing. Okay? Robert Johnson in 1938. Also, have you seen that movie, Brother, Where Art Thou?
Brother, where art thou? No, not at all, bro. That's like a Tyler Perry movie.
Nah, it got George Clooney in it. It's a bunch of people in it. And it's talking about like it's kind of like Forrest Gump, where he goes throughout the world and just experiences this crazy life, but at the time he just meets all these famous people that he didn't even know was famous. Essentially, they did the same thing. They saw Robert Johnson right after he sold his soul to the devil. So, and that's where you know on the ASAP Mob song where it says, "This nigga sold his soul to the devil."
Song?
Nah, you don't know that?
Never. I have never seen that.
Alright. Well, anywho. Let me see if I can look it up. This nigga sold his soul to the devil. Oh, brother, where art thou? Right here. I'm not the only one. All right, you listening?
Is anybody talking to you on live? Do you have the thing on when they can see your messages?
Yeah. They ain't saying shit.
Dang.
They popping in and out.
Swervy.
So check this.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say, what's happening?
Here you go. Right here.
Give me a microphone. Oh, give me a microphone. Give me a microphone. These boys is not white. These boys is not white. Hell, they ain't even old-timey. Look, I happen to know, ladies and gentlemen, that this band of miscreants here this very evening interfered with a lynch mob in the performance of its duties. Well, yeah, it's true. See, I belong to a certain secret society. I don't believe I gotta mention its name. You know?
KKK.
And these boys here, they trampled all over our venerated observances and rituals. Now, this here music is over. All right? And I ain't offended. Listen to me. These boys desecrated a fiery cross. And if convicts, folks, fugitives escaped off the farm. Now, folks, these boys gotta be remanded the authorities. Criminals. And I have it from the highest authority that Negro sold his soul to the devil. Oh. Wait a minute now, folks. No, it's true. It's true. Wait a minute, folks now. Is you ain't my constituency.
All right, so that nigga sold his soul to the devil. You heard him, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was talking about Robert Johnson. It was supposedly that he was on that, they were just trying to make it seem realistic, like, they crossed paths with Robert Johnson on that movie. So here's some Robert Johnson's lyrics. He was a very witchy man. He was dark melanated, king of blues, one of the originators of blues, amazing guitarist, and he out of his own mouth said he went to the crossroads and sold his soul to the devil for the ability to play guitar and for fame and nobility. So, stones in my pathway, which we just learned is a way to foot track magic when you put stones in someone's pathway in a quincunx pattern. Okay. Stones in My Pathway by Robert Johnson. I got the stones in my pathway, and my road seems dark at night. I have pains. Well, I'm going to say he. I'm not going to say this over myself because it's a spell if I say it. Feel me?
True.
He says he has stones in his pathway, and his road seems dark at night. He has pains in his heart. They have taken his appetite. He has a bird to whistle, and he has a bird to sing. He got a woman that he's loving, oh, but she don't mean a thing. His enemies have betrayed him, have overtaken poor Bob at last. And there's one thing certain, they have stones all in his past. Now, you're trying to make his life and all his loving too. You have laid a pathway for him. Now, what are you trying to do? He's crying, please, please, let us be friends. Now, when hear him howling in the pathway, rider, please open your door and let him in. He got 3 legs to truck on. Whoa, please don't block his road. He been feeling strange about his rider, babe. He's blocked and it gotta go. See, that's some foot magic. He did a little spell over himself to bind foot magic out his ass. He said, ain't nobody doing no fucking foot track magic on me, boy. That shit gotta go. In the realm of sympathetic foot track magic, perhaps the oldest tradition. Yeah, I mean, so we pretty much got there. Like, everybody there now. You got foot magic. Feet are very powerful, and it goes into some ancestral shit, and it's been happening since time immemorial. You see? Like, literally some of the oldest magic is foot magic. So, just saying, like, you know in the Bible where Jesus washed people's feet? Did you know about that?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, it was in the Bible. They say you wash someone's feet. It's a sign when someone comes into your house, you wash their feet. Why? You want to clean off all the negative energy that they might have tracked to your shit, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it's a sign of humbleness and a sign of it's a ritual. You know what I'm saying? Scrub away psychic dirt on the feet. And also, it is a sign of humbleness and gratitude and love for your guests. You know, welcome, come, relax, take your shoes off, wash your feet up. You know, I'll do it. You know, like that's a type of like admiration. Like I will wash your feet off for you. You know what I'm saying? That's a covenant. That's a contract right there. You see? That's crazy. Cause we could we could do spells on each other's feet, or we can wash each other's feet off. You ever think about it like that?
No.
So cleansing one's feet, cleansing your guest's feet or your bro's feet is a covenant. That's a contract. That's a binding spell, a ritual of cleansing, a humble one too. You ever think about how women decorate their toes, decorate their feet?
Yeah, that is real. They do that.
It's a type of
Bro, I
magic.
haven't got my feet scrubbed one time. It feels so good, bro.
Word.
I never admitted that to nobody, bro. It was crazy, bro. It just felt so good. I got the dead skin on my feet, and they was just massaging it with some bath salts and
Yeah.
all types of stuff. I'm like, damn, what is this? This felt like a new life.
Yep. Yes, bro. Women definitely do their feet. And then also I'm reading this thing on this website. It says think of footprints as containing your personal energy. Footprints are the marks you make as you tread the earth. So we're talking about foot magic. Footprints are the marks you make as you as you tread the earth, and they contain your personal energy. In voodoo magic, we're talking about voodoo now, okay? So we're talking about initiation shit, things you have to be taught and actually. I mean, you don't have to be, but that's what makes it voodoo is that they keep that allure on it. Like you gotta come past these tests and get initiated by a. Come on. So in voodoo magic, a pinch of dirt from a person's footprint could be used to affect a spell on them as effectively as a fingernail clipping or their hair. Damn, so you better be careful of who you leave your footprints around, motherfucker. God damn. That's quantum. Did you hear what I said when I said what I said, what I meant what I
Yes,
said?
sir. Yes, sir.
I say you be careful of the footprints you leave behind. Oh my God, I'm crazy.
You're crazy.
Because if you're not careful with the footprints you leave behind, someone can take the dirt from your footprint and enchant your ass. Not always for the best. Footprints are a very visual way to mark boundaries, such as the perimeter of your home or the edges of a magical circle. See, you can walk around something like the walls of Jericho coming down. You know, walk around that shit. It's a boundary. It's an energetic symbol.
It's so funny you say the walls of Jericho, bro. You know who knocked the walls of Jericho down supposedly, bro?
Facts. You did.
How many times he circled around it though, bro?
Seven. Oh well.
On my mom.
He did it a bunch of times every day, I'm sure, but he did it for 7 days, right?
They say he went around 7 times.
I thought he did it like a bunch of times, 7 days, but maybe just 7 times. So, feet can be used in any spells for travel and sensuality. Yeah, so then they got to connect it to the foot chakra. Opening your foot root chakra alone will give you grounded feeling. So this exercise useful for one's feeling lightheaded. For one who has troubles managing their dreams. As above, so below. How you gonna go off to the astral realm if you can't connect to the physical realm?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, let's see. And to manage your daydreaming, too. To stay grounded. To keep you from floating off in the fucking clouds all the damn time. It's a way to get in touch with a sense of stability. And being in the moment. Stability goes into prosperity. And to being comfortable and having everything you need whenever you need it, right?
Right.
So that's why we need our foot magic on point so we can be stable in life. So we can have our... That's where money comes from. Money green, just like the trees. The trees are brown, and they sit on the ground strongly. So I'm trying to be strong, grounded, and stable like a fucking tree. And, you know what I'm saying? Money is green just like a damn tree. Chakras act as gates to allow energy in the bodies. The foot chakra is usually neglected, but opening the foot chakra also, allows us to absorb energy directly from the earth. The chakra's corresponding color is brown if you like to use color in your spiritual activities and witch work. You can picture the chakras in many ways, including closed lotus flowers or spinning wheels. Unlike the other chakras, the foot chakra is split in two, half in one foot and half in the other. So, yeah. Yeah, man. Fucking foot magic, my G. It's just like that.
Yeah, it's pretty potent.
So, la-di-da-di-do.
Bro, that's pretty deep, bro.
It's
the fact
so
that,
deep.
you know what I'm saying? I didn't even understand how deep it was.
Bro, we said we was going to get into it. I wish that you would show your face one of these days when we go live so I don't look like I'm talking to myself or always on the phone with my bro. Like,
you are talking to yourself, though, bro.
Yeah, you right.
Hey, but I got you. I definitely can do that.
You know what I mean? And I'm pointing my spearhead at you, too. No homo.
Hey, just don't start busting, bro. Shooting the energies at your boy.
You better chill. It's gross.
Not that type of energy, bro. Dang. Maybe I should have said no homo.
Right.
I thought like when you say no homo, they make a little bit more homo.
Hell no.
Like, I wasn't even thinking like that. Dang, bro.
Niggas in the hood say, we don't play like that.
Yeah, them be the main motherfuckers playing like that, bro. I remember I was doing graphic design work for this gay club in Chicago.
Yeah.
Bro, I used to see all the dudes in the hood, and then they be looking at me like, "Oh, you with it? Nah, fam, I'm here working, bro. Nothing more."
Mm-hmm.
A guy asked me, he's like, "Can I buy you a drink?" "No, sir."
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm not here to enjoy myself.
Why you dumb?
You can't let them get it confused, bro. You know what I'm saying? They get confused and they gonna think anything's possible. And that's not possible.
Yo. That was a good build today, man.
Yeah, it was, bro. You signed out already?
Nah, I'm still on.
Bro, we gotta play a theme song on the way out, bro.
You say the theme song on the way out on
Bro, you ain't gotta play that theme song, but you can play another one of your songs. You got your main theme song. I say every time you sound it out, give them something different.
Damn.
Oh.
Real kings know what I mean. Darkness is real, keep your eyes peeled. Real kings know what I mean. The darkness is real, keep your eyes peeled.
Stay aware, nigga. They be like you stay out where, nigga. Finger on the trigger, got a rock ski mask. We on a elevator, nigga. Used to go see a queen. Chakra spinning like a Ferris wheel. Acting counterfeit. Stay aware, stay aware, stay aware, stay aware.
And I ain't never lived in the projects, I've never been shot at. Nowadays, everybody wanna be conscious. I'm down with the concept, and nigga. grasp the progress, got a God complex, I do. Cause everybody's mind is thoughtless and their brain is aimless. Big chain hanging, couple gold teeth in a road leaf. But I'm still the smartest, y'all retarded, y'all monogamous. I'm a god and I'm a lion, watch me sink my teeth. Sometimes some shit ain't that deep. I ain't Illuminati, but a nigga gotta eat. That's why you see me drive different cars every week. Hey, hey, manifest my destiny on. Got a couple queens I'm in love with. No, I'm not a cheater, I'm a bum bitch.
Stay aware, nigga, they be like you stay out where, nigga. Nigga on the trick and got a rock ski mask when on a elevator. Nigga used to go see a queen. Shot for spinning like a Ferris wheel. Acting counterfeit. Stay aware, stay aware, stay aware, stay aware.
All I'm in a pistol cause I'm balanced deep. Niggas walk around here like they zombies cause they fucking sheep. So I don't get no sleep, I don't get no fuss, don't take no shit. Yeah, I wear it off, but I will stalk you out. I'm from the streets, I keep the peace and keep the peace with me. Keep my equilibrium as level as can be my G. My unique perspective, gotta respect it, got me selected for celebrity. Rolled a couple of albums, they were pound a couple $100,000 down, right around in the Bentley Jeep. And especially last week, I was laughed at for a conspiracy.
You stay out where, nigga. Nigga on the trick and got a rock ski mask when on a elevator. Nigga used to go see a queen. Shot for spinning like a Ferris wheel. Acting counterfeit. Stay aware, stay aware, stay aware, stay aware.
Real kings know what I mean. Darkness is real, keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, I just signed out of Facebook, so